See, it type data scientist. So 5 second gap, then it typed Canada, then it will click on search jobs. So all jobs using Canada. So this is how you automate things, okay? And another part would be using Selenium and BeautifulSoup together. Now, let's move to Selenium, okay? Same with Selenium. So Selenium actually has two methods. Either you will have to download a driver. A driver means a small sample of whatever Chrome browser you have, or whatever, maybe it's Edge or Microsoft or anything, okay? So you download that, give it a path and then run it, or you can run it remotely as well with a simple line of code. So I prefer using it remotely, okay? Now, so Selenium actually has a lot of functions that will be helpful. So first of all you have to do is just install Selenium WebDriver Manager. This is what you have to do. I'll just zoom it a bit. Selenium WebDriver Manager. So we'll learn automation here, like how we can process this just by coding, and it will run on our own, okay? So now I'm just gonna go on this page. This is a website that has job details, okay? So if you see, what I want is, maybe for today, I want all the jobs. I'm gonna try scraping everything. But if you see, I have like 5,558 jobs, okay? And then I have lots of pages, and the view is 20 jobs per pages. So how I'm going to collect all of these? So what we'll try is, like in general, how will you do it? You will see, okay, there is 558 jobs, and you get 20 jobs on a page. You will divide it, get the page count, right? And what you will do, like, get this data, copy, paste, then decide on, okay, this is the job title, this is the company, this is the location, and maybe it's a full time and all that stuff, right? You will do it one by one, one by one, one by one. How much time will it take? A lot, right? Going to next page and everything. So the difference between BeautifulSoup and Selenium is, when you go on something like you have certain filters, or you are shifting your pages. So BeautifulSoup does not work on websites that have dynamic, or they are built on JavaScript, because you cannot perform functions like go to next page, click on it, enter your data, and then search it. So this is what we are going to do using Selenium, okay, for this web page. Now, so these are the imports that you need, okay. So WebDriver is something that will create our module, and services will actually help us creating other options that we need for the driver. So driver is nothing but an artificial browser that will run using the code, okay. Now, so one thing is, there is a argument like hyphen headless, okay. So let's run this guy. Let's run the first tab, second tab, third tab, and okay, I'm just gonna get the web page that I was. So there is a Chrome that opened up, okay, as soon as I executed this code. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it on one side and this on the other side, okay. So we'll see what will happen, okay. So this is when you have added headless. So what if I remove this guy? I will not be able to see this browser popping up, okay. So when you are building your code, you might have to keep it commented, and when you're done, you can just uncomment it. You don't want to see what's happening, okay. And now what does it say is the job count here is 5,587. So now let's inspect. I want to collect this element. How will I do that? So there is a tag named spam, and it would be differentiated using some sort of thing like, okay, here it says ID equals to job total count. So what I'm going to do is use this tag, get the text out of it, and get the job count. So that is what my code will say here. So the code says, I'm just going to I'm going to find the element that is spam. ID is job, like total job count, and I'm going to just get the text, okay. Now, if I get the text, yes, that's the count, right? So we got the count. Now we know there is a page size 20. You can either get that page count actually from your URL as well. If you look closely at the URL, it says page size. If I change the page size to 100, then that means one page would have 100. Okay. So either you can get it from here or you can hard code it. So let's get the like page size and like how many jobs would be there, right? So 279 pages. That means I have to iterate from 1 to 279. Okay. Now what I will do is I will actually try to run them and collect all the pages URL. Okay. So for example, if I change here page 2, will I go to page 2 for this guy? Let's check. Right. So all I have to do is just change the number, okay, in the URL, and that is what I did. So yeah, so I just added page size on increment and page, like page size would be same like from here, and I'm just gonna run it through changing the page numbers, and the page count is gonna increase. So after I run this, I'm gonna get all the URLs. Now with all these URLs, I'm gonna fetch the links of the jobs. That means I'm gonna capture link of each one of these. Capture these links. Okay. Now let's get to this. So this is doing nothing but capturing all the job links. Okay. Like we are iterating all of them, whatever we have captured above, and then we are just getting the details. Okay. So this is what this guy is doing. So because it's very big, I just ran it to till 2, like only 1 and 2 pages. Okay. Now I'm just collecting. If you see, it's gone to second page. It will go in the next one. Okay. So page 1, yeah, it's still running. It will change to page 2. See, it's changed to page 2 now. So this is happening automatically by the code. It's changed and it's collecting. So from first page it got 20, from another page it got 20, then it got 40 jobs. Okay, job IDs. Okay, like the links. Now there is very interesting factor, like how can we enter something in this area and then just search? How will that happen? Okay, so these are using keys. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is import, then I'm just gonna write data scientist, and maybe I'll just write Canada. Okay, and I've actually kept this time because I want you guys to see like how slowly it's entering everything and then clicking on it. Okay, so every step I've added time. So time is to actually induce human behavior, because obviously if I write it by code, it can just do it within seconds, and what will happen, the website would detect something that you're doing something that's not like human like. Okay, that's why we use time.sleep. You can also increase this time to 10, so it's up to you. Okay, so 5 seconds timer I've put. Let's see what happens in our browser. See, it typed data scientist. So 5 seconds gap, then it typed Canada, then it will click on search jobs. So all jobs using Canada. So this is how you automate things. Okay, you have to look every aspect of an web page, how it's working. Okay, so this is one thing. Another one would be, so should we try getting everything in the data frame, or should I? Okay. Okay. So first of all, from the browser, we are putting the URL. Okay, that we did. Now, what we are trying to do is we are trying to get the HTML version of the page from BeautifulSoup. So this is BeautifulSoup, but the browser is a Selenium instance. Okay. So now, based on this URL, we are gonna get the page size and count of jobs. That is what we did. Okay. So this is what we got. Once I've got the URL, I've got HTML, I've got like on the HTML all the pages card, like small cards that we saw, right? That has each jobs. I've got all the cards. I'll get all the job links, and then for each job links I'll try to figure out whatever I have, like job links, yeah, everything here. Any data that's out there, I will just add it to a dictionary, and this whole dictionary would be passed to some sort of database. So you can just create a dictionary and pass everything. On this page itself, maybe let's try to just get this name and put it in a data frame. Okay, we'll try this for maybe multiple pages. Okay, the name and maybe the company name. Okay, so let's check what's the index for that. Here I have a, and the class ID is this, so I just need the text of this. Okay, let's go back to code. Okay, yeah, so I already had the page link. Okay, these are my page links, so I'll just add my code in here only. Okay, so I've got the links. I've got job title would be equal to job, that's my instance. I'll find within, actually it's the same thing, but I need to get the text of this. Okay, so I'll just write this and dot get text. Is this the right comment or I'm using the wrong one? Okay, so I'll get the job title from here. Now let's check how the company name would come. So company name would be A, and this is the target variable for that. Okay, now in the code I'll write company name equals to job dot find, it's this, could be the same tag, comma, the identifier, basically these are called identifier. Okay, it's this and this. Okay, this will give me the company name. Okay, let's test this out. Text 0, and I'm gonna collect that in a dictionary, so I'll write all data. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is, all at this level I've collected everything about it. Okay, so all data dot append dictionary, I'm adding a dictionary, so I'm just gonna write, so it's easier for me to make a data frame. That is what I do, I create a dictionary, like list of dictionaries. Okay, so job title, I'll just write job title, comma, if I do company name, okay, then I'll do, okay, company name. Okay, and there was this job link as well that I'll just write job link. Okay, job link. Okay, now all data dot append, then all data need to be passed out. Okay, let's see. Okay, and maybe let's try it till the 10th page. Okay, we'll collect everything and let's see what's happening with this guy. So I've added time.sleep at every page. Okay, like for certain amount, then it will go to next page. And there is one more use case. If you ever try to scrape using Google, like for example, I was collecting a data, like add the university name and get the locations. So I was just putting it in the, like if you type it out in Google, you would get a Wikipedia page or something like this that would be on the right side, and that will have the location, like the address, and that format would be same for every address you type out. Okay, so I was trying to scrape that, but what happens is Google have integrated, that means it will ask for identify the whether this image is of car or bus and blah blah. So I cannot figure out that with Selenium, right? Anyhow, if I hard coded somewhere at some point, it will be different every time. So there is a browser called DuckDuckGo, okay, that you can use instead of Google, and that is what I use for scraping. If you need to scrape something that is related to simple browsing, that is what you can use. Never use Google. I did a lot of scraping using Google in the earlier years, but now they have integrated all these stuff. So DuckDuckGo is the way to go. Okay, so see, this is actually iterating again and again. What page is it in right now? Page 9. Okay. Let's see the content. Now df equals to pd dot data frame. All I have to do is just put that element here. Data frame all job links. That's it. See, we created a data. Job title, company name, job link. So you could scrape more, and it's like 200 records. So if I ran it for like all the 273 pages it gave me, I could have more database. So this is building your own data, right? Any questions?
Also, work with LinkedIn as well?
No. So LinkedIn will actually block you at one point, and actually LinkedIn provides the scraping, paid scraping. They will let you scrape their data, but they say you pay us for that. And if you want to actually like work as a development kind of thingy, so you could just go for developer tools. Each and every like Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter have their developer tools. Through that you can just file as a student researcher, and they will give you access token, and you can use that to scrape data. But there would be a limit to it. They would ask you prior giving you those APIs, like what do you need this for, what access you need. Like for example, I've done it with Twitter. I've taken using Twitter API, I've taken the tweets, the usernames, the tweet text, and everything. So I know Twitter for sure. You could just submit your application, they'll get back to you in a week, and then you can try that out. But yeah, similarly, every thing would have something like that. So Naukri.com also blocks you. They are a huge database now, so they also blocks you. Like every job portal out there, like Dice, TechFetch, they don't block you. They will block you after a certain time. Like when you are doing it a lot, then they will block you. Any other questions? No? I hope this was useful. Okay. Yeah.
Video scraping as well?
Video scraping, how will you do that? Like maybe you can just get the YouTube link, and maybe there is a website that helps you do that. Like get the link and you can download the video. You can just go to that website. Like for example, let's see. So download YouTube video online by link. Okay, there would be certainly a website like that. Okay, for free. You could just type this URL and like fill in your YouTube video that you want and download it and save it.
Yeah.
Like, using Python, you can do that.
I have some videos on Google Drive,
Okay.
but they not download permission, they just only for viewing.
But if it's on somebody else's drive, we can't do that because that has an access permission kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.